How do you feel today about the new generation of filmmakers? Having lived through, we were talking earlier about that period and all that it meant, and this feeling of it was an age of exploration, that things were being done that hadn't been done before. What it was like, the possibilities you had as an actress. From then to today, has it gone downhill? Have we lost opportunities?
I think there are some wonderful filmmakers now, and I've worked with two I like very much, Darren Aronofsky. I thought his direction and his writing of Requiem for a Dream was as good as anything I've ever had the opportunity to do in my career. I loved working with James Gray. I did a film for him called The Yards, and he's a very exciting and interesting young director. I think what we've lost is the big multinational corporations taking over the studios, and films being made on the basis of, it costs X number of dollars, the original cost X number of dollars, and it brought in X number of dollars, and therefore this one will bring in, if we do the same thing but slightly different. It's become very mechanized. It used to be that studio heads were movie makers. Now studio heads are businessmen working for larger corporations. I think that's an artistic and cultural tragedy. I think that what Robert Redford has done with the independent film movement has been a big boon for cinema artists, because pictures can now get made on a smaller budget, and that's created a new monster. The new monster is the multinational corporations say, wait a minute, these little independent filmmakers are making films for less money, and they're getting stars to work for them for less money. Why don't we have say Sony Classics or whatever the branch is of each of these big studios, and we'll make independent, small budgeted movies, and then the stars will work for us for nothing. So suddenly you're getting offers from big studios where they want to work, they want all of the actors to work for the same amount of money and practically scale. So now we have had to take it upon ourselves to say, wait a minute, you guys are exploiting a situation that was created for cinematic artists. Now they're commercializing that very impulse of supporting the cinematic artists. So it's another big business monster that we're grappling with at the moment.
Is it a no-win situation?
I don't think it's a no-win situation. I have this image that just came up. I worked at a small studio in California, and I did a few pictures with them. BBS, they made The Last Picture Show, and Easy Rider, and it was the company that Bob Rafelson was a partner in. And I did a few films there. And then they closed down, they went out of business. The studio, which was a small studio right next to Paramount, just sat there empty for a long time. And I drove on the Paramount lot one day, and I looked through the fence at BBS, and the parking lot where I used to park my car that was cement, there was a piece of cement that had been pushed up, so it looked like an iceberg, by this little green shoot of grass that had moved the cement all the way up. And I sat looking at that, at the power of life that can upend this concrete block. And I think the same is true of the vitality of the creative force, that somehow or other the multinational corporations will try and choke the life out of the creativity and vitality of art, but it won't be forever. kept down, it'll find another way to push up that block of cement so it'll thrive. I don't know how, but I have faith it'll do it.